Hello, you beautiful people. So, for like the first time ever, we actually got some early info related to the characters who are going to appear on the Rerunning Banners in patch 3.2, and in today's video, I'm mainly going to go over these banners, and I have to say, some of the reruns for this patch are actually kind of surprising. Before we go on though, if you're planning to pull for the Herda or the rerunning units in version 3.0, you might want to check out Lubar because on this site, you can save up to a total of 23% on all your purchases. Just as an example, I'll buy this 3280 Oniric Shard pack for $43, and this same pack costs me about $50 from the in-game shop. You can see that it's cheaper, right? The top-up process is honestly really easy as well because all you need to do is enter your UID in this box and choose your respective server depending on your account. After waiting for a few minutes, I received my Jades with the double top-up bonus because it was my first purchase and saved a decent amount of money. Also, other than HSR, you can top up on Genshin as well using Lubar, and both of these games have quite a lot of 5-star reviews. Lastly, if you use my link which is in the description or the pinned comment, you can get an extra 8% off on top of all the other discounts, so do keep that in mind. Anyways, moving on, let me just mention the usual disclaimer that you should never completely trust banner info because this is the info, which can be changed at the very last minute, so I advise you to take all this with a grain of salt. With that being said, let's begin without wasting any more of your time or energy. Alright, starting with the main topic, the reruns for patch 3.2 honestly look way different than most people expected, with the lineup looking rather strange in the context of castorice. Okay, I think it's very obvious that Sunday was probably the most anticipated rerun for this patch, and I know a lot of people were expecting to pull him just to pair him up with castorice, because both of them supposedly synergize really well with each other. Now though, a somewhat relatively reliable source says that this isn't true and Sunday won't be getting his first rerun on the limited banners in patch 3.2 respectively. Personally, I just want to say that I would never rule out the possibility of the banners being changed, but for now, it seems like Sunday won't be making the cut to appear in the 3.2 banners. Moving on, I think you all already saw the thumbnail and a lot of you guys are probably here just to check if this particular character is rerunning or not, right? Yep, if you haven't guessed it up until now, of course I'm talking about Dr. Ratio, and his rerun has genuinely been anticipated for ages at this point, as it's been over a year since his first banner where he was given for free. Honestly, he is still a top-tier DPS unit who is pretty good at dealing single-target damage with his follow-up attacks, and he is also great if you want to use some underutilized characters in the game like Pella and Moza. Lastly, his light cone is also still really good, not just on him, but on other meta characters like Fei Xiao, and I know a lot of people are aiming to get his light cone on his rerun, so I just want to say good luck to all of you. Next up, the last character that we know for sure is getting a rerun in patch 3.2 is Aventurine, which kind of surprises me as Luocha was due for a very long time, with his last rerun being all the way back in 2.1 with Acheron. Now, in comparison, Aventurine just got his first rerun in patch 2.6, so it's not like he is due for a rerun or anything like that. Either ways, Aventurine is still a great character for pretty much any account, and even with new sustain releases like Lingsha, he still stands as one of the best sustains in the game, if not the best, with his amazing shield and utility being very good for a lot of teams in the game. I mean, characters like Acheron, Fei Xiao, and Ratio still use Aventurine in basically all of their teams even after a year of his release, which easily shows how great he still is as a character, and his light cone is also a really strong one too. So I would recommend picking it up if you don't have it already, but it isn't really that big of a priority. I love his light cone art a lot though, so I will probably pull for it on his rerun. Anyways, with that, we're done taking a look at all the rerunning characters who are going to appear in patch 3.2. Overall, this was a pretty short video, and I would say the reruns for this patch look really high value, especially for the people who have been waiting for a Dr. Ratio rerun, and I'm really happy that a lot of you guys can finally get him. By the way, there's going to be more info on the reruns for this patch in the future, and I'll make a video as soon as we get that info, so do keep an eye out for it. With that being said, I really love y'all, and I will see you in another one.